some point, some of these balls hit 105, 106 miles an hour are going to start finding holes again like they were early in the season. So.
Or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Those are bonuses, but every time I get a chance, I'm going to make sure I get one, and I think that's the mentality you got to take with runners in scoring position to simplify it and say, hey, worst case scenario, I hit a fly ball to right center, sack fly, we get one run out of it. If I catch it pretty good, or he hangs a breaking ball and I hit it in the gap or over the fence, then I'm going to get more, and that's a bonus. So, but I think emphasizing on making sure we hedge our bets, and worst case scenario, we're driving in one run.
Justin, really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Veteran infielder Justin Turner, the Cubs.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Presented by Hyundai. It's week 2 of the preseason, which means we'll likely see more starters getting game action as we inch closer to the season opener. All eyes will be on the 2 New York teams as they face off in East Rutherford. Both franchises boast new quarterback play and a revamped offensive attack. While it's a make or break year for the Stars under center, defensive line play could carry the day and potentially the season. No one likes having to choose. That's why with America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid with America's best warranty, or the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid with the power to navigate the toughest terrain. It's like having your cake and eating it too, but better. Hybrids from Hyundai. It's the best of both worlds. America's best warranty claim based on total package of warranty programs. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs in Toronto, the finale of a 3-game set. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth. since 1868. I'm banking on Michael Busch. He homered last night and has driven in 3 runs in the series. 21 of Busch's 23 home runs have come against right-handers this season. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. All-star left-hander Matthew Boyd going for the Cubs, 11-5 with a 2.45 ERA. He made his big league debut in 2015 with Toronto. Max Scherzer going for the Blue Jays, 2-2 with a 4+ ERA in 9 starts this year. He's coming off a loss to the Dodgers last Friday in Los Angeles. Now, the anthems prior to the start of the rubber match between the Cubs and Blue Jays here in Canada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. It's the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. The Orioles have a 5-0 lead over the Mariners in Baltimore, top of the 6th inning, but the game is now delayed by rain. Here in Toronto, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Blue Jays, Pat, Ron, next on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. patriotpavement.net.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stump by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer. This is what you came here for. Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Laturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from the Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's the third and final game of this series between the Chicago
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling, and after 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, and it's always fun, Pat, when you're playing in a ball game that has some meaning. And then when you're playing against a guy like a Max Scherzer, who has been one of the elite players for a very, very long time.
And I'm excited, Ron, for the youngster Owen Casey of the Cubs. He's batting fifth. Imagine your first big league game against a future Hall of Famer.
We were talking about that earlier, and, you get off the plane, you get to your hometown, you come here to play. You know he has come to many games here as a kid. And, oh, by the way, the guy you're facing today, he's going to put HOF in the back of his baseball card when he's all said and done. So go get him today, kid.
Well, you always said you wanted to be a big leaguer, right?
This is big league baseball today.
Michael Busch will lead it off for the Cubs. We'll get the lineup to you as we move along. Max Scherzer, big veteran right-hander, fires. The ball hit in the air to center and deep. Back goes Straw to the center field fence, makes the catch. Just to the right of dead center. Michael Busch gave that ball a long ride. It's out number one. The starting lineups are sponsored by Verizon. the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Bush leading off at first base. Ian Happ elevated to the number 2 spot in the order. Ian playing left field. Kyle Tucker in right. And Carson Kelly, the cleanup man, he'll do the Cubs catching. Happ steps in against Scherzer, and he'll take a fastball strike. Owen Casey, the aforementioned rookie, making his major league debut, batting in the number 5 spot as the designated hitter. Happ hits one in the air, shallow left, racing in. Schneider near the line, makes the catch. 2 down, no score, top of the first. Nico Horner batting 6th at second base. Willie Castro in the order in center field. Castro batting 7th. Dansby Swanson at short, and Matt Shaw batting 9th and playing third base. Toronto will line up this way. Davis Schneider in left. Ernie Clement at second base as Kyle Tucker steps in the batter's box. Just underway, 0-0 game. And Tucker takes the low one in. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the DH today. He'll bat third. Bo Bichette at short. Ty France at first base. Batting 6th at third base, Addison Barger. The next offering, check swing foul back. Miles Straw in center. Batting 8th and catching Tyler Heineman. And Joey Loperfido batting 9th and playing in right field. So those are the lineups. A delightful 80 degrees summer afternoon here in Toronto. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball strike, upper region, inside corner. Tucker not thrilled with the call by home plate umpire Chris Siegel. Alex McKay, the first base umpire. Alan Porter, the crew chief, working at second. Jim Wolf at third. The next offering outside, and the count 2-2. Ron, what would be your approach against Max Scherzer?
Well, you know, the one thing about Scherzer still to this day, he's just about 50% fastball. So he's going to throw a lot of heaters in this ball game. He's fastball, slider, curve, change.
2-2 pitch foul back.
But I would say with Scherzer, he's a guy that he's on the attack. He is going to throw a lot of strikes. He's not going to walk a bunch of guys and get himself in trouble unless he's really out of whack. But you know you're going to get pitches to hit. He's going to attack you with the fastball. He aims for the middle of the plate and lets his movement take over.
2-2 pitch drilled foul down the right field line. To your point about throwing strikes, Ron, in his career he has an impressive 5-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks.
Yeah, it's never. I've seen him a couple different times in all these years where his command was not right and he walked some guys, but that is not normal for him.
Bouncing ball to second base, backhanded by Clement. Routine play, out number 3. Scherzer works a perfect first. We go to the bottom of the first, and Matthew Boyd ready to go to work against the Blue Jays. Scoreless game on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft, it's got an outboard motor, it's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. You know, we think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Crush concrete with a Bosch 18-volt Bulldog rotary hammer. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
First innings powered by Vesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Vesco Distributors Incorporated, partner.
Game time temperature run that we gave you, 80 degrees, delightful day. Sponsored by Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Matthew Boyd having an excellent season for the Cubs. Pitching like an ace all year long. His first pitch swung on and missed by Davis Schneider. Boyd 11 wins, 5 losses, and superb ERA of 2.45. And quite simply, Ron, he's given the Cubs a chance to win in virtually every one of his starts this year.
Yeah, I think when you described him as pitching like an ace all season long for the Cubs is the perfect description. He has done his job and then some, and he was rewarded by being selected to the All-Star team.
Davis Schneider takes up and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boyd, big tall left-hander, rocks gently and fires 1-2. Breaking ball, check swing, no swing. Boy, that was close. Close to the strike zone and close to being a swing by the batter Schneider.
Yeah, a little slider down and in, and I think he goes. Oh, absolutely he does.
Yeah.
That was a missed call by Alex McKay at first base.
The 2-2. There's a swing and a miss. No doubt about that one. Schneider looking out at Boyd as if to say, what was that pitch I just swung at? It ended up down near the ankles, but it had some late downward movement to it.
Yeah, excellent changeup for strike 4. That's okay.
Strike 4. New rules. Break out the new rules every August.
Yeah, you know, we're in Canada. You know.
It's an exchange rate issue.
Yeah, there you
right?
go. Yeah.
Ernie Clement, the batter, swings and fouls it back. Cubs wearing their traveling gray uniforms, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats, sleeves, and socks. Blue Jays in their home whites tonight, or today. Here's a swing and a foul back. Bright white shirts and trousers, dark blue hats and helmets, blue numbers and socks, and a variety of shoe colors for players on both teams. The 0-2 to Clement, fouled away. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Scoreless game, first inning. Here's a pop-up foul and out of play.
Heard another good changeup. That one just flicked at by Clement and foul off. Boyd's getting it and throwing it. He's not wasting a lot of time.
And a swing and a miss, and he has begun his day with back-to-back strikeouts. 2 down. It brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. They're sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Boyd throwing, he's topped out already at 95 miles an hour. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Guerrero hitting .299, dangerous right-handed batter. Drove in the only run for Toronto last night. He is 4 for 8 in this series, the son of Vladimir Guerrero. Wrapped on the ground of the hole at short, backhanded by Swanson. That's pretty much a routine play for Dansby. And he throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Boyd. Nothing across. We go to inning number.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless, top of the second inning in Toronto. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Huh?
All right, Zach. Zach will be along in the fifth inning to work with Ron Coomer. As we go to the second inning, Carson Kelly, the Cubs catcher, batting cleanup, fouls it away. Paul Gatt is our engineer, and if you ever spell his name, make sure you put 2 T's at the end of Gatt. He's very sensitive about that, I understand. Here's the 0-1, and who wouldn't be? Here's a breaking ball a little bit low in the count, 1-1. Beautiful summer day here in Toronto, Ron. No need for a dome today.
80 degrees, you said, and bright sunshine here.
Line drive right to the shortstop Kelly, or right to the shortstop Bichette, as Carson Kelly is out number 1. Cubs making decent contact against Max Scherzer, but nothing has fallen in. And here is Owen Casey. Now, he is a native of Ontario. He's about an hour away, a town called Burlington, which, according to Paul Gatt, our engineer, a local, that is considered pretty much a suburb of Toronto. So what a thrill for Owen Casey. Let's see how he does against Scherzer. He drives one to the gap, left center on the run, Schneider, and a diving catch by Schneider in left center. What a play. And what a shame. I was thinking that was going to bounce up against that left center field fence. Schneider just made one of the best plays that an outfielder has made against the Cubs in maybe a month. Wow.
Yeah, he goes into the gap, and this ball carries a little farther than he thinks, and he has to kind of reroute going towards the wall and lays out. Doesn't he know that Casey's from this area?
That had 2 or 3 bases written all over it. And Nico Horner batting. I like the style of Casey, though. First pitch in the big leagues against a future Hall of Famer. I'm swinging.
I'm hacking, baby. We're not going to get the 2 strikes off Scherzer and have that be my first big league at bat, a punch out. We're swinging.
Casey has been at AAA Iowa all year as Horner fouls it away. And Owen has shown power in the minor leagues. 22 homers, hitting .289. He'll get some more chances today. Scoreless game, second inning, 2 down, bases empty. Horner hits a drive to center. Deep but playable for Straw, and he makes the catch. Cubs hitting a lot of atom balls so far, right at him. 3 up, 3 down, middle of inning number 2, 0-0 game. Cubs and Jays on the score.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here? Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Monday, August 18th is University of Michigan night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs and University of Michigan cap presented by New Era. Be here for it. Pat?
Bo Bichette leads off the second inning for Toronto against Matthew Boyd. First pitch a little outside, no score. Bichette a .296 season average, hits a pop fly right side, angling over Horner, and he'll make the catch over near the right field line for out number 1.
Good pitch in on the hands of Bichette from Boyd to get the little pop-up. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Ty France ready to step in. France a .262 year. It's going to be another huge crowd. We've had 40,000 plus. In fact, we've had 43,000 plus the first 2 games, both night games. Swinging a foul back out of play. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game here soon. Speaking of Benny's, the Cubs leadoff man is always presented by the good people at Benny's Beverage Depot. Swinging a foul back. Michael Busch led off the game by hitting the first pitch to the warning track just to the right of dead center. It was hauled in for an out. But the leadoff man, presented by Benny's. If there is a leadoff base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. A ball and 2 strikes on Ty France. Toronto in first place in their division. Here's the pitch, check swing, strike 3. The home plate umpire, Chris Siegel, did not ask for help. Sometimes as a home plate umpire, you can see a guy clearly cross the plate, and there's no need to ask for help in that case.
Another good pitch to get a punch out for Boyd. That's his 3rd punch out of the game. He's got the changeup working, has a little slider down and in. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Addison Barger will take a strike. We talk about the defensive alignment against various Cubs hitters occasionally. Those are sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Pete Crow Armstrong not in the lineup today. Just getting a little rest, a little breather. Certainly available later on if needed. Fastball in there for a strike from Matthew Boyd. 1-2 on Barger. Barger starting all 3 games. He was the right fielder, then the DH last night, and now the 3rd baseman today. There's a guy with some versatility. Swing and a miss. And he's also out of strikes in this at-bat. 3 up, 3 down. Matthew Boyd has struck out 3 already. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago.
Too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collared cleats, too many gloves, too many webbing gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Willie Castro is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach. Willie Castro indeed in the box. Hits a drive to right center. Pretty well hit. Back goes Straw. On the track, makes the catch. Scherzer throwing strikes. Cubs are swinging and making very good contact, Ron. Nothing has fallen in, however.
Yeah, it has not been good for the Cubs. They've hit 2 or 3 balls already to the track. A line drive in the gap that Casey hit in his first at bat, first pitch he saw. And Snyder made a diving catch. So Cubs have hit the ball. And as you said, Scherzer, how about this? In the third inning with 1 out, 2 2/3 innings, he's got 18 pitches.
Very economical. There's a pitch for a strike to Dansby Swanson. That has kind of been the way he's been his whole career, though. He does not mess around.
Well, and the other thing, too, is I just like that the Cubs are aggressive at home plate. Here we go.
A drive to left center. On the run is Straw. That's in there for a base hit. It's bouncing over his head toward the warning track, and it's a stand-up double for Dansby Swanson. I thought Straw was going to try to make a diving backhand play, but he pulled up for whatever reason at the last second, Ron.
I don't know why he pulled up, but you've got backup with the left fielder kind of closing in on the ball, too. I thought he was going to lay out for this ball, and then he just didn't. And he plays it off that big kangaroo hop off the turf. But, you know, sometimes, Pat, when you're facing a guy that's really good, like a Max Scherzer, it helps your offense because it eliminates some of the thinking. You know you're going up there to attack. He's not going to walk you. He's got good stuff. Be ready to hit. And so far, the Cubs have been swinging the bats. They don't have much to show for it yet, but they've hit a lot of line drives and a lot of balls hard.
Matt Shaw swings and misses at the first delivery. Shaw belted a home run in last night's game. He also homered against Sonny Gray on Sunday night over in St. Louis. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's first curveball from Scherzer today.
He turned 41 years old on July the 27th. He's kept himself in good shape. Max Scherzer, the pitch. Popped up foul out of play. No score third inning. 1 away and a man at second base.
You were making a comment earlier as we were watching him warm up that you thought he's a little thinner than normal. I was going to say that could be very well, but his body really has not changed in 20 years of pitching in the big leagues.
Now the 0-2 to Shaw, fouled away.
But he does look very lean out on the mound. Isn't he at 40 years old?
He really does. He's taking good care of himself. St. Louis born. Lives in Jupiter, Florida. A couple of trivia questions. He's one of 2 big league pitchers with both a 20 strikeout game and a no-hitter. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shaw is out on strikes. Now you want to take a crack at that, Ron?
I think I know who it is.
Who might that be?
I think he was my teammate. Right? Roger Clemens?
Nope.
No? Really?
No, but you have an affinity for this guy.
Big, tall left-hander?
Yes, sir. Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson and Max Scherzer, the only 2 men with both a 20 strikeout game and a no-hitter in their fantastic careers.
Now, Roger does not have a no-hitter? Did he not? Now, he had the 20 strikeout game, right? Or no? Maybe not.
I don't think Roger struck out 20. He might have gotten 19.
Okay, there you go.
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul at the plate by Michael Busch. That ball took a bite out of the home plate umpire, Chris Siegel. It jarred his mask, I believe.
That was direct hit. Absolutely.
And guys, Clemens did have a 20 strikeout game.
Because it was the same as Woody, right?
April 29th, 1986. He was with the Red Sox, 23 years old, against Seattle.
And
then
did not throw a no-hitter.
It should be 3 men then. I read some erroneous information, and I'll get over it, but boy, I'm embarrassed. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Okay, I feel better.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. High fastball got him. Cubs get a double from Dansby and Duna.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
A leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
Getting set for the bottom of the third inning here in Toronto. The Cubs and the Blue Jays are scoreless, 74 degrees and sunny at first pitch here in Toronto. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat, by the way, Roger Clemens never threw a no-hitter in his career. He struck out 20 in 2 separate games.
Very good, Zach. I feel greatly relieved. Here's a pop fly right side. It'll be caught by Nico Horner. So that fact remains then, that the only two men who have thrown both a no-hitter and a 20 strikeout game are Max Scherzer and Randy Johnson. Of course, Ron, you hit your first big league home run against Randy Johnson at the Metrodome a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few.
Took them about a week to repair all the seats that you tore out with that home run. Here's a pitch outside from left-hander Matthew Boyd to Tyler Heineman. 1 away. 7 in a row set down by Boyd to begin his afternoon. Here's a pitch inside. We've been talking about the Cubs hitters and Owen Casey facing Scherzer. I think when you're the opposing pitcher, you get a little fired up too.
Absolutely. There's no doubt. You're coming to the ballpark today, and you're Boyd. You know this is one of the marquee matchups. You were in an all-star game this year, and Scherzer's getting all the attention for all of his accolades that he has. 3-time Cy Young winner, back-to-back Cy Young winner at one time, and so Matthew, there's a lot of eyes on him right now today, and he is having a great year and a great ball game so far.
0-0 game, third inning. Boyd to Heineman. The catcher pokes it foul, deep to right, out of play.
And we're coming to you live all season long. The Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the 2-2 ground ball right side, base hit right field. Bush was playing well off the line. Came within about a foot of getting a glove on the ball, but it's a ground ball single into the opposite field for Heineman, and he becomes the first base runner for Toronto. Scoreless game. Joey Loperfido ready to step in.
I always say if you're a guy that hits line drives, you want to hit the line drive to the pull side or up. If you're hitting ground balls and you're slashing them hard, if you slash them the other way, they usually find a hole, and that's exactly what that one did.
Loperfido takes apparently a little bit high. Didn't miss by much. Even with the bag at third is Shaw, the third baseman. We're going to make our attendance picks in the Benny's attendance game. Here comes the 1-0 from Boyd. Bouncing ball to second base. Horner goes to second. There's one. Over to first. There's two. 4-6-3 inning-ending twin killing. We move to inning number 4. 0-0 game. Cubs and Blue Jays on the score.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Live on finishingchicago.com.
The 4-6-3 double play to end the third is a reminder that double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at nissanusa.com. Top 4, Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless. The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Orioles lead the Mariners 5-0. They're in the top of the 6th, but the game delayed by rain in Baltimore, Pat.
Zach, thank you. Ian Happ leads off, lines one, and gloved on the short hop by France, takes it to the bag. Another hard hit ball. Cubs having no luck at all in the first few innings against Scherzer. One down.
Yeah, they've been scorching the ball all over the field. They've hit a ball to the track in right center twice. That ball scalded by Ian. Casey with a bullet to left center at a diving catch by Schneider. So they've hit the ball hard. Bushy with a long bomb that just didn't quite go out of the ballpark.
Cal Tucker steps in. Scherzer has won 3 Cy Young Awards in his great career. 2013, 2016, and 2017. Now here's a trivia question I doubt that 1 in 15 baseball fans could answer. Grounded again, a one-hop smash to second base, fielded by Clement, and he throws out Tucker. This is almost hard to believe how many hard hit balls the Cubs are hitting with no luck.
No luck at all, right? What's the question?
The question is, Scherzer has pitched for 2 world championship teams, both in the last decade. Name both of those teams and the years, if you could.
Okay.
I don't think I could have gotten it. No Googling, Zach. Here's a breaking ball outside to Carson Kelly.
Washington 2019,
yeah,
right?
I was going to say Washington, that I knew.
Because he had been there many years, and I remember they had a camera of him in the dugout, and he was the first one out of the dugout to celebrate. Yeah. That would have been in Houston in that odd World Series where the visiting team won all 7 games.
Well, didn't he go down? Did he pitch or did he go down to the bullpen? He pitched in Game 6 and then went down to the pen for Game 7, right?
But he was in the dugout when it ended. I distinctly remember that. Here's the 2-0 to Kelly. It's low and outside. Now the other team, He was not with that team all year. He was a trade deadline acquisition from the New York Mets.
Texas.
Yes.
Texas Rangers, the
Texas
Airborne
Rangers. Yes, that was in just a couple of years ago.
Bruce Bochy's team.
So Texas and Washington. And he was on both World Championship teams. Kelly takes inside for ball 4. But you really have to be a great fan to follow the game closely to be able to answer that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Kelly at first. Here is Owen Casey. He was robbed on a magnificent play by the left fielder Schneider. A great diving catch out near the warning track. His first time. Now Casey batting for the second time. Takes a breaking ball inside from Scherzer. Again, Casey undoubtedly playing in front of a lot of excited relatives and friends from nearby Burlington, Ontario. And the pitch to Casey. Swinging a foul back.
You got a pitch to hit there. Little breaking ball up and in, and took a big rip, fouled it straight back.
Casey called up when the Cubs had to place Miguel Amaya on the injured list after last night's game. Amaya out with a sprained ankle. The 1-1 hit high in the air to left field and shallow and playable. Schneider drifting in, squeezes to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a man left. Middle of inning number 4. Cubs nothing, Blue Jays nothing on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. The batting average leader in the majors, Aaron Judge, hitting .333. Cal Raleigh, the home run king, with 45. And there are 2 guys tied for the RBI lead, Raleigh and Pete Alonso, both with 98 runs batted in this season. Guys, we've got to make our guesses in the Vinnie's Beverage Depot attendance game. Can I have the privilege of going first, Pat?
I thought you'd never ask.
I was wondering if you already had the attendance.
I do not have the attendance.
Huh, okay.
I'm going to go 38,500.
Davis Schneider leads off the 4th inning for Toronto in a 0-0 game. Each team with only 1 hit. Matthew Boyd matching Max Scherzer pitch for pitch so far. Here comes the 0-1 to Schneider, fouled away. I'll go ahead and keep it right near the attendance we've had. I'm going to say the good weather has brought out an extra 1,000. I'll say 44,044. 44044. Now the 0-2. Breaking ball a little bit low for a ball. Cubs are coming home. They'll play the Pirates tomorrow, a day game at 1:20 in the afternoon. In fact, 3 straight day games against the Buccos. Fly ball, left center field, pretty well hit. Back goes Castro with room near the track, makes the catch. That's the shaded area. The area between the alleys is shaded in deep center, and he caught it in the shadows, and that's out number 1.
And for my attendance guess, I'll say 39,000. Now, years ago, I remember them talking about the wind patterns here in this ballpark with the roof open. And they always said the ball carried well.
Clement hits a fly ball to right. This is going to be routine for Tucker, Ron, and that's out number 2.
They always said the ball carried well to straightaway center because the wind would come over the cap of the stadium because the center field side, as we look from our booth, is closed. It's all open from either foul line all the way around and behind us. And they said the wind pattern would come over the roof of the little bit of closed part and then loop right back down and help a ball to the 400-foot mark.
Did you find that to be the case?
I guess maybe a little bit, but in today's ball game now, I don't think that's quite right because we've seen 2 balls hit to either gap and a ball at the straightaway center, and it looks like to me the ball's dying when it's getting to the middle of the park deep.
Swinging a foul at the plate by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So you think it might have been slightly erroneous information that you received?
Well, no, I'm thinking the ball carrying in the middle, that was years ago. That was when I was playing here. That was the rumor. When the roof was open, the ball carried better to straightaway center than either line. But I don't see that today in the way the ball is carrying.
Speaking of center, the way they spell the word center?
Yeah.
C-E-N-T-R-E.
Mm-hmm.
A little nervous about that. Breaking ball is down low and outside. It's 2-1.
Now, is that the French way of spelling?
You want to say Roger Centre.
It's the English, proper English from over the big pond.
Fly ball to right center, playable for Tucker. He's going to grab it. Matthew Boyd, 4 shutout innings, just like Max Scherzer. Zach Zaidman will join Ron Coomer in a moment. 0-0 game. We got a good one.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Fourth inning was sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender. We got a good ball game. Great pitchers matchup so far here at the Rogers Center, Z. It's been a fun ball game, a very quick ball game so far.
Nico Horner looks at a strike to begin the top half of the 5th inning from Max Scherzer. A curveball that spun in the zone. Coom 0-1. Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless here in the top of the 5th, the rubber match. Scherzer faces home plate. Now he winds and deals. Horner swings, hard hit ground ball to short, fielded by Bichette. His throw across in time to France. Horner's retired, 1 away.
Scherzer and Boyd are pitching like, now it is 3:54 in the afternoon here at the Rogers Center. And these two guys are pitching like they got a 6 o'clock dinner reservation because they are getting it, throwing strikes, balls being put in play, and the guys are making the plays. There's only been 2 hits in the ball game, one by each team.
Willie Castro at the plate. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 1.
And we do, but it's on a plane.
You're going to be pretty busy tomorrow following the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Pirates at Wrigley Field. Now the 1-0 delivery to Castro. It's in there for a strike, a cutter. Top of the zone along the outside edge.
Yeah, I've got a dinner reservation tomorrow at 7 post-game.
Yeah, and you can join Coombe if you want. Baseball fans, head to Coombs Corner in Lockport after the game tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. Scherzer, high leg kick and pitch. Castro swings and misses. A fastball clocked at 94 miles per hour, so the count is 1-2 on the switch hitting Castros, batting from the left side with 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Yeah, so from 7 to 9 p.m. tomorrow at Coombs Corner in Lockport, you can meet the Coombe Dog Ron Coomer, enjoy Yingling bucket specials, and score some Yingling swag. Don't miss the postgame party at Coombs Corner with Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. Here's the 1-2 to Castro. He swings, bounces one up the first base line, fielded behind the bag by France. Underhand toss to Scherzer covering first. In time, Castro's retired, 2 away.
Yeah, we've got our promotional team coming out from the Score. They'll be out tomorrow, which is very nice. And so they will be out. We'll do some signing and a bunch of different things. I do a little Q&A also with people that'll be at the place tomorrow. And the people from Yingling have always been great, along with our station, to do a big tasting and a bunch of. I got to get Pat some swag from Yingling, and you too. So yeah, one and all in the booth, and better bring some for Zerenger too.
Yeah,
well, yeah. Ziggy needs some, and then Johnny Vincent's going to cap the night off with a couple hours of singing. So we're going to have some fun tomorrow night. So hopefully we'll see people out there tomorrow night. It'll be a fun night.
Dansby Swanson looks at a slider inside, 1-0 the count. 2 down, top of the 5th. Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless. Each team has 1 hit so far this afternoon. Scherzer winds and deals. And Swanson swings and misses. The helmet goes flying off the head. He's able to calmly catch it with his right hand right around the belt area. So 1-1 the count with Swanson at the plate. And the pitch. Swanson taps it foul off to the left, 1-2. It's not just the swag that I'm excited about. The beer is pretty good too.
Oh, it's very good, yeah. And I believe tomorrow we're going to do some tasting of the new fall products, the Oktoberfest. And I know we're going to have Flight there because that's what I have. So that's a lock. It's my joint, so I get to have what I like. Yeah, so we got a lot of people that are planning on coming already, but it should be a really fun night.
Swanson pulls one on the ground, foul off to the left, 1-2. Have you checked out the swag yet?
I have. Well, I did a photo shoot for Yingling a while ago.
Wait, did I just hear photo shoot?
I did, yes,
Ron
I
Coomer,
did. Yes,
photo
yes,
shoot.
I did.
Wow.
You'll see it in the place. And
oh, boy.
So I got some swag, and I got some hats and some shirts, and
The 1-2 is low, so 2 balls and 2 strikes as Scherzer misses with a change.
I know. I believe now. Last time we did this, Austin came from US 99, and Melissa will not be able to come, but I think Austin may be there. He had a good time listening to Johnny Vincent.
It's always great. Swanson swings and misses at a rising fastball right at the top of the zone. Strike 3. Cubs go down in order in the top half.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that. They should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak.
No vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
At Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
Monday, August 18th is Michigan State University night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs and Michigan State University cap presented by New Era. Be here for it. We're in the bottom half of the fifth inning here in Toronto. Bo Bichette looks at a strike, a fastball near the bottom of the zone, right down the middle from Matthew Boyd. The left-hander rocks and deals. The next pitch is inside, 1-1. As he missed with another fastball, so 1-1 the count. Bichette hitting for the right side against the lefty Boyd. The pitch, breaking ball, hit on one hop, fielded. Tough, nasty hop by Bush. He fielded it via one knee and then flicked to Boyd, covering the first base bag for out number one. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. We've seen a number of wicked hops here in Toronto during this series.
Yeah, Boyd trying to keep that ball in play as that one was hit right off the end of the bat. You want to keep that one up your pitcher. It might have a really good scuff on it, but they're making him change the ball out. That ball hit on one hop right at the lip of the turf and the dirt, and then took a left turn and a high hop, and Bushy caught that ball right in front of his face. So a very nice play by Bush. He was not hit hard, but with a lot of spin with that kind of cue ball in the corner pocket type thing, but he made a nice play.
Ty France at the plate, and he looks at strike one. A changeup right at the top of the zone on the outer edge. We'll get you station identification as time permits. Boyd deals. The pitch is pulled foul off the netting to the left. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Matthew Boyd works his motion. Here comes the 0-2, high and outside to Ty France. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the last of the fifth, game 3. A finale of this 3-game set here in Toronto. Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless. Boyd deals. France swings. A ground ball hits softly to second, fielded by Horner. His throw to first is in time. France retired, 2 away.
Hey, boy, what a great mix of pitches he is throwing today. He has thrown the fastball into the righties, the changeup into the righties. He got some big hooked foul balls to just get ahead in the count. He's thrown that changeup away from the righty to get a punch out or two. And the fastball, he's moved all around the strike zone. It's been masterful so far here through 3 2/3 innings.
Addison Barger at the plate. Boyd delivers a breaking ball, dribbled on the left side, charging Shaw, fielding, running throw to first in time. Tough play, but Shaw makes it. And the Blue Jays go down in order here in the fifth. After 5, still scoreless. Cubs and Blue Jays on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. No score here in the top of the 6th. Let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Cubs put some balls in flight, but everything has landed right at the wall of the deep drives the Cubs have hit, Pat. And so far, there's been 2 hits in the game, one by each team, and no score.
Classic pitchers duel brewing here, 6th inning. Matt Shaw leads it off against Max Scherzer and takes outside for a ball. Shaw struck out his first time. Michael Busch to follow, and then Ian Happ. The veteran Scherzer fires. Breaking ball strike. Scherzer's last outing was against the Dodgers. He was matched up against Clayton Kershaw in a Hall of Fame matchup, or at least future Hall of Famers. Here's the 1-1. Deep drive to left down the line. Going back is Schneider near the left field fence. Makes the catch. Over in the corner. Shaw gave it a ride. It just did not have that extra carry that he needed, and it's out number 1.
I think that ball got in on Shaw just enough to keep it in the ballpark. But what a matchup that would have been to watch, right?
Scherzer suffered the loss in that game, Ron. 5-1 the final. He worked 5 innings. 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, so he didn't pitch badly. Here's a high fly ball to deep right center off the bat of Michael Busch. Back toward the wall. It's got a chance. Gone for a home run. Michael Busch, a long home run to right center, and the Cubs get on the board. They lead 1-0 here in the 6th inning.
Finally, one of these balls that's hit very hard ends up finding a hole, and this one is rocketed out of the ballpark into the bleachers in right center field. The second ball, Michael Busch, is hit right on the button to the deep part of the outfield. First in the first inning, caught right at the wall. This one climbs the wall to the bleachers. Cubs will take the lead 1-0.
Remember last night he got them off to a 1-0 lead with a 3rd inning home run. His homer in the 6th inning makes it 1-0 Cubs here today. And Ian Happ fouls it away. 409 feet on the home run. Another hefty home run. Brought to you by Hefty. Here's a drive by Happ, deep right center. Going back is Straw at the fence. This ball is going to be off the wall. Happ's going to have a standing double. He just missed a home run. Boy, every guy in the inning, Ron. Remember, Shaw flied to the warning track and left. Busch a long homer, and now Happ cracks one off the right center field fence for a 2-base hit.
Now it's a changeup to Ian, a little high changeup about, maybe a few inches above the knees, but right down the middle. And Ian hit that ball well and bangs it off the right center field wall. So, 3 balls in a row hit hard.
Kyle Tucker, the batter. Cubs lead 1-0. Home runs by Cubs batters. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. Tucker will take inside. Tucker twice has grounded out to second base. His last home run, July the 19th. So he's due. Short lead by Happ. That's a big run at second base. And the 1-0. Tucker hits a pop fly shallow right center. Clement, the second baseman, calling and making the catch. Really an infield pop fly, only a couple of steps on the outfield grass. 2 down. Cubs lead 1-0. Here's Carson Kelly.
And RBIs by Cubs batters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Boy, what a big swing of the bat for Michael Busch.
His 24th of the year. 68 runs batted in for Michael. And now Kelly waits. Carson trying to come through, takes ball 1. And Ron, he's had a lot of big home runs. I'm not just saying it because of these last 2 days, but he's had a lot of clutch home runs.
Yep, he really has. We still got, a month and a half of baseball left in the regular season. And he's right at that 70 RBI mark.
Kelly pops it up. Playable left side. Bichette, fair territory down the line and left, right on the line. Makes the catch to end the inning. But Michael Busch breaks the scoreless tie with a home run here in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. Cubs 1, Blue Jays nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker.
Your opponents have been cowering in fear when you step up to the plate, Gemini, because you're gaining a reputation as an all-star slugger. You've been blasting balls into the upper decks, and crowds have been cheering you on as you round the bases. Take advantage of this spectacular moment of your career and keep smashing balls out of the park.
Get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that? What is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good. Yeah,
but it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had 2 hands. He looked it in. Oh.
On Deck, Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Matthew Boyd now has 1 run to lean on. It's not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. 1-0 Cubs, bottom of inning number 6. Bottom of the order for the Blue Jays, Straw, Heineman, and Loper-Fido. First pitch in for a strike to Miles Straw. We'll take a look at this date in baseball history, brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Swinging a foul out of play. Ron Santo, my partner for 15 years on Cubs radio, beginning in 1996 and ending when he passed away in 2010. Ronnie, 1960 on this date. He was a rookie, and this is a big day. I know he told me about this many times. He had a grand slam against the Phillies, and the pitcher was Dallas Green.
Oh, wow.
At old Connie Mack Stadium in Philadelphia. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's going to be out number 2. Correction, that's out number 1 here in the inning. Straw is out on strikes. But Ronnie loved talking about that grand slam. He said it was part of a doubleheader. And Ron had the habit of, you couldn't hear the letter T in the word swept. And I said, a doubleheader? Yep, we swept them.
We swept them.
And he was very proud to tell me about that. And here's a curveball fouled away, and the count 0-1. He was an amusing fellow.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt.
You almost couldn't help being around him and not laugh.
Oh, yeah, no, he was great. I mean really great.
Fly ball to left. Ian Happ is there. He's going to grab it. And that's going to be out number 2.
You've told many stories about him, but, I knew him in a little different away just because I was playing then, and you know, we would go, you know, to dinners at times, you know, when we'd get into town, and you know, you'd fly in and he'd come to the back of the plane when I was playing third base for the Cubs, and hey, big boy, we're going to dinner tonight, and you know, I'm going to the hills here, you know, and he'd give you that, and you weren't going to say no. That was not a chance. No matter who you had plans with, that was out and he was in. That's just the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for sure, without question, a 4-hour dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were going to be there.
Salads took a half hour.
You were, yeah. And
soup.
Yeah. The whole pack. I mean, you name it. Good wine. You're going to have a great meal. It was always going to be a great meal. And by the time the night was over, you had had your share of probably a little red wine, and your cheeks hurt so bad from laughing all night. And every management person in the restaurant was with you.
Line back to Matthew Boyd. He makes the catch. What a play by Matthew. He was in his follow-through. The ball came back, and he just stuck the glove out, and it stuck right in the webbing. Nice play. He still got the ball. His heart's pounding a little faster than normal, but he got the out. And that ends.
They flipped with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
No, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet.
Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted the famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Stallwire still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
Built and bottled by Fifth Generation Aged Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Top 7, 1-0 Cubs over the Blue Jays. The 7th inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
Owen Casey batting, swings and fouls it back. It's his big league debut. He was robbed of an extra base hit on a great play by the left fielder Schneider, his first time up on the first pitch. He drove one to deep left center, and Schneider made a whale of a play. And then his second time, he hit a routine fly ball to left. 1 strike on Owen Casey.
This would be the time for him to blast one here in his hometown. First big league game. See if he can get one out of here.
The 1-1 from Scherzer. Swing and a miss. Scherzer throwing strikes. That's been his M.O. his entire career. He walks very few men. Very aggressive. A lot of fastballs.
Yeah, since 2007, he has been throwing strikes.
He's into his motion in the 1-2. And he's a quick worker, too, Ron. He works a lot of fast games.
He does. I mean, he's getting it and throwing it. There's not a lot of thinking about it. And he's just getting and firing.
Here comes the 2-2 to Owen Casey. Bouncing ball foul past first. We'll do it again.
You think as young guys, Detroit Tigers had their starting rotation, their 1 and 2 guys, Verlander and Scherzer.
Go get them.
If you're Jimmy Leland, you just sit over there and get yourself comfortable when he was managing that club.
Fastball is up and in, and you have Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah. Best
as
hitter in the league.
Offensive hitter, so he had some weapons on his side.
Did, yeah, that's exactly right. Casey's designated hitter today. That's sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority.
3-2 line drive, foul ball down the right field line. And the first baseman, France, collides with the first base umpire, Alex McKay. They both end up in a heap, and it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire Chris Siegel now calling time to make sure that his first base umpire partner, Alex McKay, is fit to continue. He's smiling. It was a gentle collision.
Yeah, I think it's a first down. France pushed him past the first down marker. Yeah. McKay tried, but no avail. That's 1st and 10.
Alan Porter laughing from second base. I can see he's laughing at his partner. What are partners for?
Yeah.
Here's the swing and a fly ball to shallow left. Schneider's going to make the catch. And for the 3rd time in his big league debut, Casey has been retired on a fly ball to left field. One away, and here is Nico Horner.
But the DHs are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Burn now. No, book now, burn later, and skip the rush, of course. And when would partners ever laugh at each other?
We were laughing about some Ron Santos stories of yesteryear. Here's a swing and a base hit to right by Nico Horner. It's a 1-out single. Boy, the Cubs would love an insurance run or 4 right about now. Nico's a guy that can steal a bag. Scherzer gets the ball to the plate quickly, though, and my memory is that he's not the easiest guy in the world to steal against.
Yep, that is correct. Hardest working player of the game brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Maury Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. How about Matthew Boyd is our hardest working player of the game? He has been outstanding so far.
Willie Castro swings at a high, hard one. Scherzer still throwing hard. Throwing in excess of 90 mph.
Yeah, he's been between 93 and 95 all game long, and that hasn't changed here in the 7th.
Cubs lead 1-0. Fastball in near the knuckles. A home run by Michael Busch in the 6th inning is the difference in the game. Only one other final game today, and that was Baltimore beating Seattle 5-0 in Maryland. The 1-1. Fly ball, left center, pretty well hit, but it's playable for Straw. And the center fielder makes the catch. 2 down.
7th inning sponsored by the new Volvo XC90 designed for life. And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Swanson had a double. He was the first man to reach against Scherzer. It was a 1-out double in the 3rd. Hits have been a scarcity. Cubs have 4. Toronto only 1 hit against Matthew Boyd in 6 innings and no runs. Dansby dribbles it back to the mound. Scherzer lobs to first, and it's a 1-hop throw in time for the out to end the inning. Cubs don't score, lead 1, middle of inning number 7. Cubs 1, Toronto 0 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepas with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me, everything's good. I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Davis Schneider leads off the Toronto's 7th inning against Matthew Boyd and takes outside. It got away from Kelly, one of the few pitches on which Boyd missed the strike zone by a wide margin all day long. His control has been razor sharp, no walks. I got him for 7 strikeouts. Here's the next offering off the inside. It's 2-0.
Tell you what's amazing. You've got him for 7 punch-outs in the game, which is right. When you strike out a bunch of guys in a ball game, your pitch count is usually high. His pitch count right now is at 59 pitches, and we're in the 7th inning. That's very low.
Now Boyd coming back to Schneider. Way outside and high. Again, he missed the zone by a wide margin. Schneider will be in take mode here for at least 1 pitch. And the 3-0. And it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. Ernie Clement coming up. Tying run is on base.
First walk of the game for Boyd. All of them to that arm side, too. So they're all kind of the mechanical thing where he's kind of flying open and the arm just doesn't catch up, and all those pitches are up and away.
Bush holding the runner, Schneider. Clement batting. Clement showing bunt and bunts it. Fielded by Boyd. Underhand feed to Bush on the bag in time. A very unusual looking bunt. I thought he was going to take a half swing at the ball and then decided to go ahead and bunt it, but he gets the job done. It's a 1-3 sacrifice.
I think it's one of those things where he was going to bunt and then saw the breaking ball start out of the way, and then all of a sudden recognized this ball's coming back to the zone.
Yeah.
So he just kind of pushed at it and got the bunt down, and Boyd had to go over towards the first base line to field it. Definitely an odd play.
A sacrifice, a man at second. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. swings and fouls it back.
Catch of the game today, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back and going on now from August 7th to the 17th. Come home to the Fair State Fair. Go to iowastatefair.org.
Guerrero has grounded out and flied out. Dangerous right-handed batter. 65 RBIs. Here comes the pitch by Boyd. Fouled away, a late swing. He's still throwing hard. What do you like on 0-2?
I think he's got Guerrero. He went soft and then hard down and in, and Guerrero was late on it. I think Guerrero, after the first swing of cueing that ball off the end of the bat, is looking soft. I'd go back up and in again.
Here's a deep drive to left center. That's trouble. Back toward the wall. This ball is gone for a home run. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. A 2-run home run to the seats in left center. And just like that, Toronto takes a 2-1 lead.
It's a breaking ball from Boyd. This ball starts out away and it just ends up in the outside corner. It's about mid-thigh, but as big and strong as Guerrero is, and he got his arms extended, and he crunches this ball to left center over that high 14 or so foot wall in left center field.
Blue Jays get their second hit of the day against Boyd, and it's a go-ahead 2-run home run by Guerrero. So the leadoff walk is costly. And now the Cubs trail in this series finale. Bo Bichette fouls it away. The next pitch to Bo is taken down low. Bichette swings and misses.
There's only one thing on Bichette's mind. He's looking to hit a home run. He has taken 2 vicious swings at home plate.
And now the 1-2 to Bichette. Poke foul off to the right, out of play. These two teams have always had a habit of playing close games. It seems like they are right exactly at the 500 mark against one another. They played 26 games, each team with 13 wins, and lots of nail biters. Here's the 1-2 now to Bo Bichette. It's low and inside.
Drop down slider that time from Boyd, trying to go down and in to Bichette.
There's not been any managerial reviews or replays in this game so far. Fastball inside, 3-2. All reviews in this game sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. The 3-2, fouled away.
Good battle between Bichette and Boyd. Tough plays of the game. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. It's a really nice play by Shaw earlier on a little cued shot to third. He made the play.
And the payoff again from the Cub left-hander. Big bouncer back toward the mound. Boyd has to hurry, throws to first to get him. And that's out number 2. 2 gone, 2-1 Toronto run, and the batter is Ty France.
Pretty good battle between them two in that plate appearance for Bichette. Boyd won the battle with a good two-seam fastball down and away. Well, Cubs offense has to come alive here against Scherzer in the 8th and 9th inning. Get the lead.
First out was brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity. Ty France looks at a ball outside, 1-0. There are some Cub fans here. Still waiting for the exact attendance figure, or did we get it yet? Here's a swing and a foul back.
No, we have not gotten it yet. Meat of the order, that's presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
And the 1-1 to France. Fouled away. Cubs out hitting Toronto 4-2. But the Blue Jays lead 2-1 after the home run by Guerrero. And the 1-2 misses outside. It's been one of the better pitchers' duels we've seen all year long.
Yeah, it really has. You got to believe Scherzer is done for the day after 7 strong innings. Blue Jays have a lefty warming up in the pen.
Bounce to third, backing up to glove. It is Shaw. The toss across in time. But some damage is done. A 2-run home run by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We go to the 8th inning. Toronto 2, Cubs 1 on the score.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
The official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
Stay tuned for the toast of the game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot and named by Ron Coomer. That's coming up in the 9th inning as we start inning number 8. Max Scherzer still on the mound. 2-1 Toronto. Matt Shaw will take a strike. Shaw has struck out and flied to the warning track in left. Michael Busch on deck, and then Ian Happ. 43,270 here today. Shaw takes a ball low and away. So it looks like I was a little closer than Zach or Ron. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here comes the 1-1. Poke fouled out of play by Shaw. Zach Zaidman's Verizon post-game show right around the corner. And they have highlights of this game, updates on out-of-town scores, and maybe more. Cubs need a base runner, and they need one soon. We're in the 8th inning, down by a run. Scherzer's 1-2. Shaw takes low for a ball. There is some activity in the Toronto bullpen. Both a right-hander and a left-hander are throwing. Sir Anthony Dominguez is one of them. Here's a liner to left down the line. That's going to be a fair ball, bouncing into the left field corner. And Matt Shaw skedaddling into second with a stand-up double. Exactly what the Cubs needed. Shaw hit a line drive. It landed in an area where we are blocked out, but I saw the third base umpire Wolf point toward fair territory, signaling a fair ball, and it's a leadoff double here in the 8th inning. John Schneider, the manager, might be making a pitching change. Max Scherzer already getting an ovation, and they'll give him a big one as he walks off. Let's listen for a minute. Scherzer responsible for the tying run at second upon his departure. Pitching changes.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna.
Hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Cubs down by a run here, but Shaw at second base. Suzuki's going to come in to pinch hit here in this 8th inning. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Now, before the left-hander goes to work, Seiya Suzuki has been announced. They're going to have another trip to the mound during this pitching change, as Scherzer has left.
So without a pitch being thrown, the manager goes out and gets Scherzer. New pitcher, left-hander Little, comes into the game, and then the pitching coach goes back out because Suzuki gets called as the pinch hitter. So that was just a scouting report on Suzuki to Little is what that was about.
Keith Walker is their pitching coach. Brendan Little, the new man on the mound. Tying run at second base. We are in the 8th inning with nobody out. Suzuki pinch hitting for Michael Busch. The pitch on the way to Seiya. Swing and a miss. I kind of like that style of a pinch hitter going up there and taking a good swing at the first pitch. It's long been a style of the top pinch hitters in the game. Now the 0-1. Seiya takes outside and low. 43,270 are here. Nobody has gone home today. Now the lefty fires. Low for a ball. Hasn't thrown a fastball yet. What are you looking for here, Ron?
I think that's going to be the same. I don't think you're going to see a good fastball to hit for Seiya. I think he's going to go changeup or slider, but breaking balls to Seiya.
Outfield deep and straight away. Good gap in left center for Seiya.
Get that base open at first. Yeah.
Outside, ball 3.
That was a fastball that had no intention of throwing it for a strike. Seem like that to you?
When they do that, yes is the answer. Why don't you just go ahead and walk the guy if you're going to do that? Here comes the 3-1, a bouncing ball foul toward third.
That last pitch might have been away. What I like to say is, Cubs need someone to swing the bat and drive in a run. And on 3-1, he got that same two-seamer running away. It might have been just a little off the plate away or borderline, and he was ready to hit.
Each team with a win in the series today, the third and decisive game. 8th inning, 2-1 Toronto. The pitch, it's down in the dirt for ball 4. The ball bounced in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Heineman. Holding at second is Matt Shaw. So 2 men on, nobody out. Ian Happ now will turn around and bat right-handed against the southpaw Brendan Little. What's the strategy here?
I think you got a couple options, but to me, you're down by a run. It's the 8th inning. Ian has been struggling at the plate, for a while now. It would not surprise me if he bunts here, and I think Toronto's thinking the same thing. They've got the corners in, looking for a bunt, and the third baseman way in and on the line, so he is definitely looking for a bunt.
Happ against Scherzer, 1 for 3 with a double. Batting right-handed for the first time today. A bluff move to second, no throw. Walks to Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over.
If Ian is looking to bunt here, he's going to want to bunt this ball at the third baseman.
He shows bunt and bunts it foul at the plate.
No, he was trying to bunt that ball at Barger at third base.
Sellout crowd on hand at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Cubs lost the opener, but they evened up the series with a win last night and trying to come from behind today. Here's a bunt foul by Happ. So it's 0-2. Do you still have him bunt, or do you turn him loose?
No, I have him swinging now. That last bunt, he looked a little uncomfortable bunting that last one. He squared around, but the barrel of the bat was in behind him. It wasn't out in front of home plate, and that's why he bunted that ball backwards foul.
The corner infielders both back up deeper. And now the 0-2 from Little. Low and inside. It's a wild pitch. Cubs get a break. Runners advance to second and third. That's as good as a sacrifice. In fact, it's even better. You don't have to give up an out. Runners at second and third on the wild pitch.
Boy, Little throws a knuckle curveball, and he bounces this ball, 2 feet in front of home plate, 1.5 feet in front of home plate, and kind of going at Ian Happ's feet. Then this ball bounces and checks up, and nothing the catcher could do. It goes to the backstop.
Infield in all the way around. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. The pitch. In the dirt again, almost another wild one.
That was a great block by the catcher, Hellman. I mean, this ball bounces way out in front of home plate, and he blocks this ball with the middle of his chest. That's a great block.
2-2 on Ian Happ, trying to come through. It's quiet here at the Rogers Center. And now the 2-2 from the left-hander. Happ swings and misses, strike 3.
Little changeup. You knew he wasn't going to go with the breaking ball any longer. He had bounced a few of them, and that was definitely not the knuckle curveball, that's for sure. It looked like it was a changeup. Might even have been a little tight slider, but he took something off of it.
Kyle Tucker wearing blue batting gloves on either hand now batting. Lefty against lefty. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul to left, out of play.
Now here's where if you're Shaw, I know Tuck's at the plate, but the way this guy's been bouncing, Little has been bouncing the breaking ball, you really got to extend your lead down the line if you're Shaw, because you're going on contact on a ground ball. Tuck has hit a ground ball twice to the second baseman for outs and then popped out to the second baseman.
Now the 0-1. Tucker swings and misses. 0-2. Cubs trail 2-1, one away, top of the 8th inning. The tying run is at third. Matt Shaw, the go-ahead run at second base. That is Seiya Suzuki. And now the 0-2 on the way. Check swing, it's down low. And almost another wild one. And that is something a runner at third has to be very, very aware of.
Now Barger at third base, third baseman, is playing very close to the bag at third, almost holding on Shaw. Matty does not have much of a lead at third base, especially for a guy that's going to be trying to go on contact. Normally he would be another 3 or 4 feet down the line.
Tucker waits the pitch down low. This guy is throwing breaking ball after breaking ball, one after the other, Ron.
And only about 50% of them does he have even any kind of command with.
France, the first baseman, is well off the line. He's about 20 feet off the line. Let's see if Tucker can pull one. And now the 2-2 from the lefty, Little. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Foul tipped into the glove of Heineman. Heineman throws down to third. Diving back in safely is Matt Shaw. And that's going to be all for Brendan Little. He strikes out both Happ and Tucker. And the Cubs still have runners at second and third, but now there are 2 down. Carson Kelly due up. And we'll take a timeout with this pitching change. Pitching changes by the opposition, brought to you by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com.
Still in a rain delay in Baltimore, top of the 6th. The Orioles leading the Mariners 5-0. And a reminder, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer. Pat?
Cubs need a clutch base hit right now. 2 down, runners at second and third. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Cubs are down 2-1. Carson Kelly chops it foul, 0-1. We've seen Sir Anthony Dominguez. Ron, what would be your plan against him?
I think right away, I think exactly what Kelly did. He was ready to hit that first heater. He took a good swing at it, fouled it back.
Kelly today, 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Carson swings and fouls it back. Another fastball, 97.
First one was pretty straight. That one looked like Dominguez dropped down just a little bit and kind of crossfired Kelly.
Tying run is at third. go-ahead run at second. We are in the 8th inning with 2 down, 2 strikes on the batter, Kelly. The stretch. And the pitch. Kelly, look out. He takes up and in, ducking away from a high, hard one.
That was a split finger at 87 miles an hour up and in. This ball just kind of squirts out of the hand of Dominguez, and you're right. There's nothing about this one that's comfortable. That one's right under his chin.
Kelly trying to deliver in the clutch right now. Cubs had men at second and third with nobody out. Now there are 2 outs. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a drive foul deep to left and back out of play.
Well, he got another splitter and he hammered it, but just pulled the trigger a touch too soon and hooked that ball foul.
Wasn't foul by all that much, maybe 15 feet.
Yeah, it was a hanging split finger right in the middle of the plate.
It had the distance. Kelly trying to come through. 3rd and final game of the series, each team with a win. And now the 1-2. Kelly takes outside, laid off a tough breaking ball. 2-2. He seems to be seeing the ball well.
Yeah, he is. There's no doubt. Yeah. He got 2 fastballs, 2 splits, and then that was the breaking ball down and away. And he just didn't even offer it that last pitch.
And the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball got him. Cubs do not score. They waste a leadoff double. And they also squander a...
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped. They got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother, so that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Cubs stolen bases, powered by Arturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Arturo.com.
Cubs still trail as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Big, tall left-hander Drew Pomeranz, who's pitched very well for the Cubs all year, is on the mound. Justin Turner is now playing first base. And the first pitch by Pomeranz to Barger is a strike. Michael Busch left the game for the pinch batter Suzuki. That's why Turner is playing first. The next offering to Barger is just off the inside. Glancing to the 9th inning, the Cubs are going to have Owen Casey, Nico Horner, and Willie Castro due up. The next pitch lifted foul off to the left out of play. Cubs need Pomeranz to put a 0 on the board. Toronto with only 2 hits in the game, but one of them a 2-run homer by Vladimir Guerrero in the 7th inning, the game's big blow. Line drive, base hit into right center. Barger a leadoff single, and that's a mighty big potential run at first base.
Yeah, a little inside fastball, and he just jammed a little bit, but dumps this ball in right center field for a base knock.
It's caused 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
Great outing by Matthew Boyd. He right now is on the hook for the loss. Deserved a much better fate than that. He pitched great ball.
Cubs expecting the bunt here.
Quality starts by Cubs pitchers, and we saw one today from Matthew Boyd. Those are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Miles Straw batting, takes outside.
Nico was playing in almost on the grass, expecting the bunt in case they bunted the ball past Pomeranz to be able to field that ball, but now backing up, they didn't show bunt. Varsho pinch running at first with his good speed.
Now showing bunt is Straw. He takes a strike. Straw didn't like the call by Chris Siegel.
I can understand why. That pitch well off the plate away.
Toronto 2, Cubs 1, bottom of the 8th inning. Here's a bunt. First base side of the mound. Turner will throw to first just in time. Not the most routine of plays. Turner had to run all the way over next to the mound to glove it, turn around and overhand the throw to Nico Hoerner, and there was almost a collision between Nico and the batter, Miles Straw.
Actually a really good play by Turner, to be honest with you. He just got into the game, and now he's got to run in almost behind the mound to get this bunt and then make a perfect throw to Nico. That was not an easy play, but a very nice play by Justin Turner.
Barger safe at second. Tyler Heineman, the catcher, batting. Takes low and in. Pitching changes by the Cubs, brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Heineman really saved the game for this Brewers club with some of the defensive work and blocking some of them curveballs from Little with a man at third last inning.
Bounce it a short. Swanson throws to first in time. On the play, Barger goes to third. 2 outs. 2-1 Toronto leading, bottom of the 8th inning. I believe a pinch hitter is coming up. Alejandro Kirk is batting for Joey Loperfido.
Kirk, their everyday catcher and fan favorite here. It's going to come in and hit.
Tommy Hodeby brings probably a little scouting report about Kirk out to the mound with him. A runner at third and 2 down. Glancing to the 9th inning for the Cubs. They've got Casey, Hoerner, and Castro due up. Now the home plate umpire, Chris Siegel, walks out to the mound to break up the conference. Kirk, the pinch batter. He's done the catching in the first 2 games of the series. Drove in a run in game 1 with a single. Burley, right-handed batter. Leading in foul territory at third is Barger. Pomeranz delivers a strike.
Kirk hitting .294 on the year as their everyday catcher.
And now the 0-1. Fastball just a tad high. 1-1. Again, playing outdoors today. They've got the stadium lights on, having, I guess, a minimal effect. Still plenty of sunshine on a beautiful summer day in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 80 degrees at game time. And the 1-1. Kirk looks at a ball down low. Cubs are going to need to rally in the 9th inning regardless. Right now it's a 1-run deficit. A runner at third and 2 down. The pitch. High, ball 3.
Kirk is ready to swing. He kind of started and then stopped on that high fastball.
And now the 3-1. Strike 2 call. Kirk took a step or two toward first base. Did Kirk think that was outside? It was a good pitch.
Yeah, it hit the outside corner. It's a good pitch. Little running fastball. Up. I think Kirk thought it was high. Not a very tall guy, only about 5'8".
Solidly built. The 3-2. Fouled away off to the right. We were wondering about PCA, Pete Crow-Armstrong. He did not play today. He is available on the bench. We might see him in the 9th inning, particularly if there's a right-hander in the game. And the delivery, swing and a miss. Good job by Pomeranz. Does not give up the run. We go to the 9th inning. It's a nail-biter. Toronto 2, Cubs 1. Back with the 9th inning right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
In Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9, Toronto 2, Cubs 1. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Jeff Hoffman is the right-handed closer. He's in the game on the mound. Lots of other changes. I'll bring you up to speed in just a moment. Owen Casey leads off the 9th inning. In his big league debut, swings and misses. He was 0 for 3, all of those against Max Scherzer. A brand new outfield, Miles Straw in left, Dalton Varsho now in center, Nathan Lucas in right. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Andres Jimenez playing second base. And Ernie Clement moves from second over to third. Bichette still at short. And Hoffman, big strong right-hander on the mound. Casey hitless in his big league debut. Swings and misses. Strike three. Tried to check on a pitch that was a good foot outside. One away in the ninth inning. Let's see if Nico Hoerner can get on. The Cubs trail by a slim 2-1 margin.
Yeah, Cubs just like to see Nico get on base. See if he can do something to get himself on.
Hoerner hits a bouncer toward the middle. That's going to be a base hit to center field. Hoerner with a single. Let's see if that begins a rally.
I'll get it bet. He got that first pitch fastball, and he just shoots it back through the middle. Fastball away. Pounds it off that AstroTurf to the middle of the diamond, and now with guy in the mound is very slow to the plate. I would anticipate Nico trying to take a base on Hoffman. See if he can get himself in a scoring position.
Willie Castro batting for himself. Willie 0 for 3. Hoerner leads at first. Not running. The pitch fouled away right down below us.
That one was coming in hot.
It was. You were ready to flash your Gold Glove caliber defense to grab that one.
Yeah, we were going to make the play.
Had I been above the table, I would have maybe.
Yeah.
2-1 Toronto leads. Ninth inning, one down. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. In on the grass at third or on the turf at third is Clement. Blue Jays well aware of the base stealing tendencies of Hoerner. They're going to toss over there a time or two. Willie Castro trying to come through with one away. Tying run at first. Ninth inning. Nico bouncing off to his lead. The pitch fouled away.
Mike Castro got a pitch right in the middle of the plate. 96 miles an hour, fouled it straight back. He kind of pounding his leg with his fist, knowing he got a pitch to hit. Just a little under.
Cubs' only run today, a home run by Michael Busch in the sixth inning. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Castro is gone. And now the Cubs are down to their last out. Dansby Swanson is due up.
A lot of fastballs in that last at bat to Castro with Nico at first. And just high fastballs, and he got the strikeout.
Fans are standing here at the Rogers Center. Let's see if Dansby can get a hold of one. He takes outside for a ball. Clement guards the line deep at third. Swanson's got some pop, remember. 18 home runs for Dansby. Nico leads at first. He's running the pitch, and it gets away from the catcher, Heineman. But Hoerner had already dove into second, anticipating a throw. He gets a stolen base. He probably would have held there anyway. But now the tying run is in scoring position.
Yeah, excellent jump by Nico, and he gets the bag. And stolen base by the Cubs are powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com. Now a base hit to the outfield ties the ball game.
Swanson doubled against Scherzer back in the third inning. He's 1 for 3. The pitch in there for a strike. 2-1.
All breaking balls to Dansby, and on 2-0, Hoffman able to spin that one in there on the outside corner.
Hoerner at second, dust all over his uniform after the head first slide a minute ago. He's got a good lead at second. The pitch. Call strike two. Another breaking ball.
That one was inside, well inside, and Dansby kind of flinched at that one, and it broke right over the inside corner up.
Fans are standing here at the Rogers Center. 43,000 plus. Time called by the catcher, Heineman.
This might be good for the Cubs. I always think when a pitcher is on a roll and then you go out there and talk to him, it almost seems to me, I always felt like it breaks the concentration of what he's doing and his rhythm. He's made he went 2-0 and then made 2 good pitches at the breaking ball, and now you're back, that rhythm that he's kind of built up is gone now. See if that's the case.
The shadow line now. Near the mound, the plate is in the sun. The rest of the field is in the shade. And the 2-2 to Dansby. Swing and a miss. Ball game is over. A high fastball struck him out. And the Blue Jays have beaten the Cubs by a score of 2-1. Swanson swinging and missing. Cubs leave the tying run at second as the Blue Jays win the game and they win the series. Today's final 2-1. We'll be back with the totals in a moment. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the